Roman army is remembered as the most powerful military force of the ancient world. Its legions marched with discipline, precision, and absolute order. History shows us shining armor and heroic banners, but behind this image lived exhausted men, shaped not by glory, but by relentless control. For many recruits, joining the Roman army was not a choice. It was an obligation imposed by the state, tearing young men away from their families. The moment service began, personal identity ended. Civilian life was stripped away, replaced by uniform armor and absolute obedience. Every day began before sunrise. Soldiers trained constantly, regardless of weather, fatigue, or war. Rest was considered a weakness. Training was brutal by design. Men struck wooden posts until collapse. Those who failed were ignored, not helped. Discipline was enforced through pain. A single mistake could result in public beating, delivered in silence before the entire unit. Humiliation was deliberate. Soldiers were stripped of armor, burdened with heavy labor, and displayed as warnings to others. In extreme cases, punishment became collective. Through decimation, every 10th soldier was executed by his own comrades. Fear spread through the camps. Loyalty was not built through trust, but through constant awareness of punishment. Food was limited and often spoiled. Pay was delayed or reduced. Survival depended on endurance, not reward. Marches were endless. Soldiers walked for days under burning sun, bleeding feet ignored, formation never stopping. Even before battle, exhaustion was enforced. Soldiers dug trenches through the night, then fought at dawn. After battle, there were no ceremonies. The dead were stripped of equipment and buried quickly, without names, without honor. Rank defined humanity. Officers dined comfortably, while common soldiers survived on cold rations outside the tents. Desertion was rare, not because soldiers were loyal, but because escape meant capture, torture, and death. Executions were public. Soldiers were forced to watch, learning that disobedience would always be answered with finality. And yet, this system worked. Fear created perfect formations. Obedience forged the most efficient army the world had ever seen. Centuries passed, the empire fell, roads cracked, cities collapsed, and legions faded into ruins. Rome conquered the world not by inspiring its soldiers, but by breaking them first and rebuilding them as tools of control.